This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
I just want to share 3 original ideas on Parshas Bereishis. The pasuk tells us, Parak Daled, pasuk Chav Daled, Ki Shivasayim Yukam Kayin V'Lemech Shivim V'Shiva. Lemech had killed his great-great-grandfather Kayin. His wife separated from him. And Lemech says, what's the big deal? Kayin, who killed B'mezid, was given 7 generations of reprieve. I, who killed B'shoigeg, I should be given many 7s. Rashi says, Shivim V'Shiva. It doesn't literally mean 77. It means Riboy Shavi'iyos, many 7s. The Bnei Yissaschar in his Sefer Igur Dekala asks, he says, Lo yadati mibnei ma tafas dafka shivim v'shiva. Why does the pasuk say 77? He says, I have not seen in any of the Mefarshim who explains why 77. It's very far-fetched in my eyes that it's just coincidental that it says many 7s. Well, I would humbly suggest that it's certainly not coincidental. Great things are never coincidental. I found in the writings of Rama, MiPano's, and the Sefer Gilgulei Neshamis, this is also in the Arizal and the Likutei Torah in this week's Parsha, Shaul HaMelech, the first king of Israel, was a nitzutz of Lemech. Lemech and Melech have the same letters. And from Lemech till Shaul was 77 generations. Lemech killed Kayin. Shaul HaMelech knew that he was Chayiv Misa. Therefore, Shaul took his own life to be massacring the murder of Kayin. Accordingly, V'Lemech Shivim V'Shiva is precise. It was exactly 77 generations. But we could see even further wonders from the Torah. Because it's very interesting, if you notice, the family, the line of Shes, the names are almost identical to the line of names from Kayin. So, for example, and this is pointed out by Reb Shamshin Rafal Hirsch, we have Kayin Canaan. We have in the family of Kayin Irad, Yered. We have Mechuyael by Shes, Mehalalel. By Kayin, Mesushael. By Shes, Mesushalach. Chanoich and Chanoich, Lemech and Lemech. Maybe we could say that the intention of Shes was to correct the line of Kayin, and therefore he gave the same names. By the second Lemech in Parakeh Pasuk Lamed Aleph, we find, in fact, Vayehi kol yemei Lemech Sheva v'shivim shana u'sheva me'ah shana. 777 years. So in fact, there were many 7s in the second Lemech. Parak Aleph Pasuk Yud Aleph Ayer Melikim Tadshe Aretz Desha Esev Mazriya Zera Eitz Peri Oise Peri. Eitz Peri Oise Peri. Fruit trees producing fruit. Rashi says that means that the tree should taste like fruit, but the tree didn't listen. But rather, Vatoitze Aretz the Eitz Oise Peri, but not Eitz Peri. So we can humbly suggest that in the future, in the Yemais HaMashiach, the trees will rectify their non-compliance. In Tehillim Parak Kuf Mem Ches, the song of the Yemais HaMashiach, it says, Hallelujah Hashem in Haaretz, Eitz Peri, Eitz Peri, not Ve'etz Oisa Peri. Parak Daled Pasuk Chav Hey, after 130 years, Adam lived with his wife again. Vayeda Adam Oides Ishtay. Rashi says, what's Oid? Lelamed shani toisvaloi ta'ava al ta'avasai. Ask the Mizrahi, why is Rashi bringing down this Agada? It's not relevant. It's not Pashut Pshat. So perhaps we could explain as follows with great trepidation. We know there was a Yeridas Hadoros before the Dar HaMabel. Why? What caused this Yeridas Hadoros? Perhaps we could say it was their evil custom. Rashi brings down, they had a minhag ra. They would have 2 wives. One for perivirivia, one to procreate, and one to have relations with. The one that was for relations, they would adorn, they would pamper, and the other wife was disgraced like an almana. Lemech had 2 wives. Ada, who was for procreation, was Meguna. So it comes out that their generations were pagum from either way. The woman that was designated for relations, she would drink a kais shel ikrin, she would become sterile. And even if she would become pregnant, as Tzila did, her generations would be pagum, would be sullied, because their zivug, their union, would be only for hana and not for any noble intentions. And whatever generations came from the woman who was designated for peririvya, they were b'nei snua. The husband did not love this woman. Their zivug was without any chiba v'ahava, and their generations were pagum. And Ada and Sila had separated from Lemech because they figured that their generations would be wiped out in the Dar HaMabel. And Adam said, you have to do what you have to do. You have to follow the mitzvah of procreation, and Hashem will do what He needs to do. And they said, big talker, correct yourself, you separated from your wife for 130 years. So perhaps Adam Arisha wanted to be Masake in this minhag ra of the Dar, before the Dar HaMabel. And therefore, there's an idea that the kashrus and the chachma of a child is affected by the zivug. And therefore, Adam Arishain, to his only spouse, Chava, when he lived with her, this time it was with an extra measure of chiba ve'ahava in order to rectify the pigam of these generations that were, because of their minhag ra, they either were mechavin lahanas atzman, or there was no kavana, there was no hana at all. It was not bechiba at all. So Adam Arishain intensified this inyan in order to rectify the generations that he would be able to produce. And in fact, he was able to produce a better line than the line of Cain. Okay, wishing everyone a wonderful week ahead. Bracha v'hatzlacha.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.